Nothing is a loss. Nothing is a failure. Everything is a lesson in learning. My thoughts on divorce. Even when you choose, I chose my divorce. Even when you choose it, it's still a loss. You lost a dream, you lost a hope, you lost what was potential love. You had all of those ideas and thoughts of what you're going to do in the future and arrangement. I would say promises, but so many were broken. You have those losses in holes that can create that element of emptiness. And when you focus on that emptiness of what is a loss, I think that's where we can get really tripped up in the pain aspect of it. With life there is suffering, and of course with loss there is suffering. However, what if it wasn't a loss, but a potential gain? And I say that from my own reflections, my own thoughts, because yes, I did choose my most recent divorce to get out of. And instead of seeing, for a while, I saw what I lost and did I lose time in the years? No. What I gained was pure insight as to who the person was that I was with, that I wanted to create a better love for myself, that self-worth and self-value, that what is the definition of love to me? And it wasn't what I was in. That is all that I gained. That had I not been in that relationship up until that time, had I not stuck it out for 5 so years, had I not taken the time in my life to do that work, as painful as some points were, I wouldn't be who I am to this day, with the value of self-love, with the power that I have gained and awakening of who I really am. I know I'm starting to talk a little hypothetical, so let me bring it back down. I am able to gain this power of what I'm worth, that I am enough, that I am good enough, that I don't need to change for somebody else, nor bend or be manipulated or twisted or turned or lied to. All of those things. That's, to me now, I know, is not love. But I didn't have all of that insight before. I didn't see all of that before getting into that past relationship. So I encourage, if you're thinking in loss, see the potential gain. Now I have to admit, I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I've made a mistake. But again, it's not a failure, it's a lesson, and it's a redirect. So, there's been a lot of talk about my book, and I wrote this book. Used to have an Instagram page. Somebody, I think, reported it. Somebody, I think, took it down. Anyway, so I've been working on rewrites for this, because where this book ends, this is the end of part 2, is not the happily ever after that it comes across as. Oh no! Switch to histrionics here. I'm gonna make part 3 into a separate book itself. That's that one. However, I find it very important to pick up where I left off, because it's not a happily ever after. In fact, it's my grand freaking awakening to who I am as a human, to who I am as a person, to the power that I have within me. And I promise you, no matter what pain you're going through, if you do the work, if you do the self-reflection, you know that you are good enough. You start to value who you are. Right? The little fleas, little flies, they start to drop off very fast. I believe right now, the universe is like a toaster. And I gave this theory not too long ago. The universe is like a toaster, and a grand awakening is upon us, for all of us who are ready to share messages like this, to wake that up. The time is now. And we're all starting to go off together at the same time, a paradigm shift. That's my 2 cents and thoughts. So going back to what I said before, yes, I have ADD. Manage it best as I can. I gave a dedication to someone in this about living free. I have to try and read it. A twin soul gives me wind under my wings, keep flying free every day. First off, a twin soul, true twin soul, I believe now, is me. It's me. It's not somebody else. Soulmate I believe, is not one person. It's many people who are like little ping pongs and guide and direct you along the path. I have many. And in fact, the person I'm with right now, I know is a soulmate. The wind underneath my wings to keep flying free. And in fact, this person tried to clip my wings. So that was a lesson for me to know who it is that is responsible for allowing myself to fly free. It's me. Nobody else will give me that permission. Nobody else is going to expand the wings of a warrior. That's why I have long arms. Nobody else has that power but me. Do I have wind? Yes. That's all my support system. So when I'm not feeling as strong, different communities, different friends, different relationships, different tools. That's where I do yoga, I do movement, I do breathing, it's eating well, it's listening to certain videos or topics. All of those become wind for me. You will develop your own tool set as well. So when you have all of those, right, there's not a loss, but now this expansive space that you can say, what can I create? You know, with every closed chapter or ending, that was, is a new beginning. So what are you going to write for your new chapter and your new beginning? It's not a loss, expensive gain. I have personally never felt as free, as empowered, as sure of my direction and where I'm going, and more in love with my own self, not in an egotistical way, but to say, I really want to care for this person. Oh, her name's Sarah. Live Free Warrior, you know, same thing. I've never felt as strong about all of those things before than I have now after allowing that loss to happen. So the loss actually is an incredible gain. It's been one of the best ROIs ever. You want to bring it back to business terms. The person was not a good stock. However, putting that investment into myself has been the ultimate ROI. Pays big dividends. Shift the mindset, do the work. You've got this. Nothing but love for you, warriors. More to come like this on this channel. Fill up those teacups.